Hey guys, so I thought I would do a chill video today. I figured I'd do a try on haul. I have a few random stuff that I've been meaning to try on. Some of it I've purchased, some of it I've received in PR, some things I've had for a little while and I just haven't gotten a chance to try them out. And some things are samples. I'm not like good at using samples. I get a lot of them. I always have the best intentions, and then I don't know, usually I forget about them, or I'm like I hate dealing with this little thing, but I'm gonna use some because I actually have a foundation that I couldn't decide what my shade was, so that I had to get a sample for. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Some of the things in here are PR items, so I will let you know as I get to them, like, you know, what was sent to me, what I purchased, etc., so you guys know. And let's put some makeup on this face. So I'm gonna start with a primer, and this is a sample that I actually got from Beautylish. This is the VDL Lumi Layer Primer, and I believe this is a K-Beauty brand. So application, apply proper amount evenly on the skin before base makeup. I wish I knew what the proper amount was, though. I was about to show you what the sample looks like, but I don't know if that's helpful because I don't know if the real full-size product would look like this. Oh, neat. It definitely looks like there's radiance in there. This is the texture. It's white. It's kind of lotiony. It's not really running or anything, but I hope the camera picks it up. There's a little bit of like pearlescence in there. Let's put this on. I don't know if that will be enough. Ooh, my heat just went off, thankfully. That feels nice. It feels very, very smoothing, but it doesn't feel like super silicone-y, although I'm sure there's plenty of it in there because there is a little bit of a slide when I, run my fingers over my skin. There's a really nice, like, kind of pearly glow to my skin. Nothing crazy. I think it just looks really healthy. All right, let me apply it to the rest of my face and then we can move on. I like that there is a sheen to it. You can probably see it right there. But once you kind of rub it into the skin, it's very subtle. All right, and the foundation that I want to try, I have a sample of because I'm still unsure of my shade, but this is the Cicelier Latent foundation. It's the one that comes with the white cap. It's like in that squared off glass bottle. I decided to go with shade 1B. I'm gonna squeeze some out here. So here is the 1B shade. So you can see it has like a little bit of like a warmth there. It has a nice creamy texture. I'm just going to use my Sonia G Base 1 brush and blend that in. I love the Sisley Tinted Sunscreen so much that I thought I would give this product a shot because I also kind of fell in love with their Cushion Foundation also. So I thought, let me just try one of their, straight up normal liquid foundations since I never had. And this one intrigued me the most. This definitely has like a medium coverage. I want to say this has a similar coverage to the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Foundation. But this is nice. There's something about Sisley foundations, at least with the two other ones that I have, that, I don't know, they give you a lot of coverage. I feel like they do a lot of perfecting, but you still see your skin. There's something like really, really magical about their base products. All right, there it is basically to like the bottom half of my face. I think that looks pretty nice. And I think it's like an exact match to my forehead because I don't have anything on my forehead and it looks pretty similar. Maybe it looks a little bit warmer. Okay, I'm just gonna finish applying to the rest of my face. Well, I really like the finish of this foundation. Actually, I don't know if it's maybe the primer underneath, but I feel like it has a really nice, not totally radiant, but just sort of like slightly dewy skin-like finish. All right, well, if I get a full bottle of this, I think this is the color I'm gonna get. And if I do get that, I'll do like a full day wear test of this foundation because I've been curious about this foundation for a very long time. I think it's time for me to bite the bullet and try it out. One thing I forgot to put on, I wanted to put this on first, but I want to try this Essential Lip Serum Stick from xoxo. So I picked this up from Beautylish. And I got number 2, which is Blossom Serum. I think they're all very, very sheer. So this is what the packaging looks like. Isn't that beautiful? And it has this little like chip at the top, which kind of shows you what color is in there. So this is kind of like a polished finish, and then this is kind of like a brushed finish, gold. And then here is the balm. It's pretty clear, so I'm not going to bother swatching it. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my lips. It feels really, really nice. I'm running super, super low on my Bite Beauty Agave lip. It's pretty much gone. And I wanted to try something different. I like the Bite Beauty a lot. This has saved my lips on many occasions. It's really, really thick. So this is not a great product to wear like under a lipstick or anything. Like it really interferes with that. So I wanted to try something that was a little bit thinner, which this is. So far, so good. Feels great. All right, where was I? So I put foundation on. I don't have any new concealer to try, do I? All right, I don't have any new concealer to try, but I do have some powder, and I don't know if this is better for finishing or for setting powder. A friend of mine that I was shopping with, she convinced me to get this because she absolutely loves it. And this is relatively new. It's from Laura Mercier. It's her translucent loose setting powder Glow. Now, I do not get along with her regular translucent setting powder that everyone loves. I just find it to be a little bit too, I don't know, it's too cakey. It's too thick. It makes my skin look really, really old. So I decided to get like a little baby guy of this one just to play with. My friends seem to really, really love it. So I thought, let me just give it a shot. My friend was telling me on like very light makeup days, she'll even use this as a highlighter. Not too shiny. Oh, no, I take it back. It seems pretty shiny. Okay, I'm not gonna use this as setting powder. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but it's got a decent amount of glow, and I don't want to use that for setting powder. So I'm just going to use my Kogendo Natural Finishing Loose Powder, which is not new, but I have been playing around with these new Refer brushes. So this is the 06 brush, and it's taking me a little bit to get used to it, but it's actually really, really nice. The bristles are really long, which is something I'm just not used to, but the sweep away action is awesome. Well, so far so good. I think the foundation and that powder are playing together really nicely. I think my skin looks pretty good, pretty good. All right, so for contour bronze, I hauled this a while ago and I played around with it a little bit, and I haven't developed an opinion about this. So this is the Rodial Icons Collection face palette. Whoa, face palette, and it has some highlights, a blush, and a contour color in here. And this is like their bronze, I believe. Yeah, these two are contours. This is a bronze blush, and all of these are kind of like highlight or setting powders. So I want to try this contour powder. I feel like Rodial is known for their banana powder and this contour powder, but I'm very curious about this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this one. I'm gonna use my Sonia G Face Pro brush. I'm gonna just lightly dip it into this powder. And this product I got at Space NK. I got it during a sale, but right now they're actually having a beauty bag event, so it may be worth checking out if you're interested in that beauty bag and this, or any of their products. You know what I'm saying. You know, I think we've all been using bronzer for contour for so long that whenever I use an actual contour, I'm like, that looks dirty, but I think that's actually the right shade because it does really look like shadowy. Wow, that's very effective. Hold on, I'm just gonna put a little bit more right here. That is a good tone for contour, straight up contour. No bronzing here. Okay, I like it. I like it definitely as a contour. It's really smooth too. It really kind of blended out nicely. Should I contour my nose? Let's try it. I'm gonna use my Sonia G Detail Pro brush. I'm gonna go into this contour. I do wish this palette had a mirror. It would be very handy right about now. That's as much as I can contour for my nose. I feel like whenever I like severely contour my nose, it actually makes me look really kind of like old and tired. It just makes my eyes look really like sunken in a weird way. All right, I'm really liking this contour color. It took me a little while to get like used to it. My immediate reaction was like, I look really gray, but that's what a contour kind of is supposed to look like. So I do want to use a little bit of actual bronzer to warm up my face a little bit. I don't know, I'm not good enough, I think, at makeup to actually like contour out my whole forehead or whatever. So I'm going to use bronzer to do that and maybe warm up my neck a little bit. So I have this Sigma Sculpt highlight and contour palette. They sent this to me, and I've had this kind of sitting behind me unused for a while, and I thought, let me just try this. Let me just give this a shot. This is what the packaging looks like, which is really cool. There are 6 powders in here. Oh, wow. The top row looks to be all shimmers. There's a highlight. That actually looks like could be a nice blush, and then that is a shimmery shade also. So those are all, I guess, highlights, and then these are all of the bronzers. These look pretty dark to me, so I'm gonna start with the lightest one over here. It's called Faking It. I'm gonna use this Refer 06 brush and just dip it into Faking It. Tap off any excess. I don't think I see a difference. Looks like there's plenty on the brush though. Maybe it is actually too light. I see a little bit. Well, that's really nice and soft. Oh, that's nice. This is a very soft kind of bronzer. It's not overly pigmented, which is always scary to me. Like, it's hard to overdo it. I would definitely recommend this to someone who's maybe just getting into bronzer. You know, not quite sure what they're doing yet, what they like, their style. That's nice though, and I like this shade too because it's very neutral, this light shade. You can see it gets a little bit warmer. This actually looks like it has a bit of a red undertone, but this one is very warm. This one's nice for my skin tone, I think, or a little bit fair even. And this palette is nice. It feels really, really sturdy, and I like that it has this mirror on the inside. All right, so for blush, you guys have been asking me feedback on this. I have worn this blush twice now, so this will be the 3rd time. I really, really enjoy it. It's the Sicily highlighter blush with White Lily. It's their Orchid blush, and I got it in their brand new color, Coral, basically. It's the number 3. So this is what it looks like. And it really has a nice, lovely sheen to it. I pretty much have gone through any of the gold overspray that was on top, and it's really lovely. Let me actually just shut up and put it on for you, and then we can talk a little bit more about it. So I'm gonna use this Refer 04 brush. This is an angled, like blush brush, and I'm gonna dip this in. I'm gonna do a whole video on these Refer brushes, by the way. That is coming up soon because they're really nice. They're really, really nice. And it's a very, very interesting company. So I can't wait to talk about them a little bit more with you guys, but picks up a nice amount of product. Just going to brush it over. Do you see that sheen that it gives my cheeks? This has such a beautiful finish, but it's still very soft. You know, it still has a very, very soft effect. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And the longevity is amazing. It was like exactly as vibrant and exactly as sheeny as the minute I put it on, like 8 hours later. I was really, really surprised. And I thought, well, maybe it's what I have on underneath. Let's try some other things. So the second time I wore it, I had a completely different face of makeup on. Same thing. It lasts all day. It's just great. It's really, really good stuff. And it just gives your face this like heat that I really, really love. I just love it. So let's move over into highlight. I hauled and purchased this Clé de Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer number 18 at the same time as I did this Sicily blush. And so I actually haven't gotten a chance to use this as much as the Sicily. I think I played around with it one day, but that's it. I actually haven't like worn it out or whatever. So this is what it looks like. It's this guy. This is a really, really beautiful highlight. It's like a very creamy color. So I'm dying for you guys to see it. I'm dying to actually try it while I have like other makeup on. All right, I'm gonna use my Sonia G Sculpt 4 brush. This is a smaller fan brush, but it's angled. It's so cool. And I have quite a bit of sheen from that blush already, but let's just add a little bit on top. Do you see that, like the lighter, the whiteness? That is the Clé de Peau. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a really creamy, like off-white. I think the peach gives it like the creaminess. The tone actually reminds me of the Chantecaille La Serena highlighter and bronzer duo. It came out with their Positano collection this past summer. And that has the same sort of like warmth and creaminess to it, but it's not like overly gold or overly peach at all. It's just this like vanilla kind of creamy shade, and it's So beautiful. I love this highlighter more than I thought. When I swatched it in store, I was like, oh, that's really pretty. You know, let me give it a shot. When I played around with it, I was like, oh, that's nice. You know, gives your skin like a little bit of oomph. But I feel like the further down into the pan I get, the better this powder is getting. It is so stunning. And if you're not familiar with these products, they do always come with like an overspray on top. And that will give you like little micro glitters. I'm not a big fan of that. I usually just try and like brush all of that off and then I'll start using the product. Okay, so I want to move on to brows, and Sigma just sent over this box to me. So all these products were sent to me, and these are brand new brow products that they released on February 13th. So it looks like a lot of companies are coming out with like all new brow lines, like Benefit. They're kind of repackaging what they've done. Urban Decay, I think, just came out with a whole brand new brow line. So this is very interesting to me. There's a lot of stuff in here which I am not going to be able to use all of them today, but there is a Tint and Tame brow gel. There's also just a straight up brow pencil, Clean Up and Highlight brow crayon, Prime and Control brow wax, Define and Pose brow pomade, brow powder duo. I don't mind a brow powder. That is an interesting option. And then, I have another Tint and Tame brow gel. Oh, this is clear. So this is just a clear brow gel. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is use the brow pencil and the brow powder. I'm gonna start with the brow pencil. So the brow powder has a little mirror inside, which is really handy. Oh yeah, I have an E75 angled brow from Sigma already. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip this into the brow powder. I feel like that's a little bit warm. Let me try this other side. I think my eyebrows are looking bold enough, so I'm gonna stop there. All right, so let's move on to eyes. This is another thing that I purchased when I was out shopping with my friend. She swears by these. These are the Trish McEvoy like eyeshadow crayons. They're called 24-Hour Eyeshadow and Liner Trio. And the 3 colors that are included in this little kit is Smoky Quartz, Topaz, and Crystal Heather. And I really liked all of the colors, so I thought, why don't I just go ahead and get all of them. There is Topaz. It's like a metallic brown. It's pretty. And then we have Crystal Heather. Ooh, that's like a very cool gray with like an undertone of green in there. That's really pretty. And then I have Smoky Quartz. And that is a really fun kind of brown, but it has like a purple, like duochrome to it. Maybe I'll use that. That one's really pretty. You know what? Maybe I'll just go with the Topaz because I am going out later and that one seems the safest. That's the first one that I swatched. It's just like a metallic brown. This is the Sigma Domed Blending E45 brush. It has like stiff, dense bristles, so I think that'll be good to move around this cream product. So I'm just gonna draw some right onto my eyelid here all over. Use this brush to blend it out. I really like that. I think what I will do is take this Smoky Quartz. Yeah, this is the one that has like a little bit of a purpley tinge to it. And I'm going to use this in my waterline. You can see a tinge of like the metallic effect there. Cool, so liking these. We'll see as we progress if they smudge or do anything weird. All right, and I do have a new mascara to try. So in my last Will I Buy It video, I talked about the new Sisley So Volume Mascara. And they came out in 3 colors, black, brown, and blue. So I got black and blue. I'm gonna use black today because I already opened it up. I wanted to see what the brush was like for real. I don't know, I kind of forgot. She showed me quickly in the store. I knew I wanted to try it anyway. And then I was like, wait, what does the brush look like? And I went and I opened mine and I thought I should have opened the blue one because I wanted to try that one first. But I'm rambling, but we're gonna go ahead and give this a shot. And for those of you wondering, I did purchase the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara. I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Oh, my eyelash curler is so dirty. I see you. So here is what the tube looks like. It's fairly sizable. Let's take a look at this brush. So I'm not the biggest mascara person, as you guys know, because of my pathetic lashes. So what I didn't realize was Cicely had a whole bunch of mascaras, and they name them basically by what they'll do. So I think they have a mascara that's like so intense, and I think that one is supposed to be, I don't know, lengthening maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's definitely clumpy mascara without. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Probably. Yeah, it's very, very thickening. So the formula of this mascara is definitely not like a very wet one. It's definitely thick. It's definitely a little bit like sticky. All right, so there's the mascara on my lashes. Definitely made them thicker, that's for sure. All right, so last but not least, lips. I actually have a lot of new lip products, and I'm just going to use one. We're going to talk about one today, but I did want to show you that I did purchase one of the Kilian lipsticks. I think someone mentioned this in one of my Will I Buy It, and it was something that I was already seriously thinking about. So I picked one up in the satin finish, and then Bond Number 9, which is another perfume house, came out with lipsticks also. So I'm going to do a video with these two products, but you guys are going to die when you see this Bond Number 9 lipstick situation. It's similar to La Bouche Rouge, where you can get like the refills. There's a whole outer case. The outer case is amazing. I haven't even seen this online. It was in store at my Saks at the Fashion Show Mall here, and I haven't even seen it online. So I can't wait to show you guys this. It's pretty cool. It is pretty intense. I will definitely have that video up very, very soon for you guys. But what I wanted to use today are the new Chanel Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks. So these lipsticks are basically taking the place of the Rouge Coco Shine lipsticks. And I had two of the Shine lipsticks here. I was kind of playing around with them because they kind of changed the formula a little bit, and I like the new formula much more. So I think they feel relatively similar on the lips, but the Rouge Coco Shine, I felt like the pigment was a little bit streaky, and I never really thought much of it because it really is a very moisturizing, very sheer kind of application. And so I would just, apply it, press my lips together or whatever, and, it would be fine. But they are a little bit streaky, both colors that I have. And the new Rouge Coco Flashes, all three of the colors that I have aren't streaky. The pigmentation is much more even going on, but they feel just as like moisturizing and balmy. I'm going to do a close-up here of some swatches of the old Rouge Coco Shine. I'll have those on top, and then I'll have one of the new Rouge Coco Flashes underneath, and you'll see how less streaky it is. Here's just a comparison of the packaging. The size of the bullets are the same, but with the new packaging, you have this cool top to them. It's like this kind of like gold tinted lucite top. It's actually really, really cool. So you can kind of see what color is inside. I mean, you really have to look because the CC logo is on top. It almost looks like prismatic in there. So I purchased 3 colors. I got Chicness, Moment, and Dominant. And let's do some swatches of these 3 together. So from left to right, we have Chicness, number 53, Moment, number 56, and then the darkest one is number 106 in color Dominant. So I've been wearing Chicness a lot already. This is a great, great everyday kind of nude color. It just, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I have a little something. I feel a little bit more polished, but not a lot of effort. You guys know how much I love these kind of like sheer, balmy lip colors. They're just really easy to wear. They're very low maintenance. They're the perfect like throw in your purse kind of lip product. So maybe what I should do today is try a different color. I think I'll use Moment. But I almost forgot. There is a lip liner that I really am excited to try. So this was sent to me. So this is a product that Becca and Octoly sent to me. Becca came out with a whole bunch of new lip liners. They're called the Ultimate Lip Definer, and I chose the color Breezy to test out. It was described as kind of like a mauvey color, and I thought I have so many like nude, peach leaning nudes that I really wanted something that was a little bit cooler, and I think I picked right. It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to pick online, but this is what the pencil looks like. It has this interesting end here. So they have, well, there's a sharpener, which is really cool. So if you just pull the whole end out, you get that. But then you also have this Interesting silicone tip, and I guess that's to kind of blend the lip liner in, I think. I don't know. I haven't used it. And then it's one of those twist up, twist down lip liners. It is a high impact precision lip liner with a built-in sharpener. The always sharp formula effortlessly contours and defines the lips with the perfect balance of color and precision. Apply to the lips to define, sculpt, and enhance your natural pout. Goes on really smoothly. There's no dragging at all. It doesn't feel too slippy though. It feels like a crayon, like an actual crayon instead of like a gel or like a really silicone-y kind of lip liner. Nice. The texture is nice. I don't know. Give this silicone tip a try. I'm just very curious as to what it will do. I'm just going to run it over the edge here. I don't know. Maybe I'm not using it right. Definitely setting down. It definitely feels a little bit drier than when I first put it on. Not too dry though. Not bad. Not bad for lip liner, but I do need to fill it in with something. So I'm going to go ahead and use Moment from Chanel. I think this color actually is a pretty good match for the lip liner, even though this is very sheer. Let's see how that works. I love these Rouge Cocoa Flashes. They give you, you know, like I was saying, they give you enough pigment where you feel like, you know, you look polished. They're easy to apply. They feel amazing on the lips. They're not long lasting. They're definitely not long lasting, but they just feel amazing. And I don't really smell a fragrance, which is great. I feel like Chanel sometimes overdoes it with the fragrance. All right, I think it's getting really dark in here, which means I should just hurry up. So the last thing I want to use is that Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in Glow that I mentioned in the beginning, and I want to use this as a finishing powder. Wow, check out that glow. That is some decent glow there. I don't think I'm minding this powder too much, but I think it is kind of borderlining on the issue that I had with the Hourglass Veil Setting Primer that everyone loves. That one has like a little bit of a sheen to it. That powder just makes my makeup look really, really makeup-y. It just makes it look really thick. And I think if I used even just a hair more of this powder, I would have that same issue. I don't know. It's like at certain angles, I feel like you just see like makeup. And I hate that. That makes me nuts. This one looks okay. This one looks okay. And I really used a teensy bit. I think that's plenty. So that's it. We are all done. Let me know if you have any questions down below on any of the products that I used. I know I've already talked about some of them. Some of them were brand new, so I hope it wasn't too confusing. Some of them were PR. So I hope you enjoyed this hodgepodge of stuff. And definitely subscribe if you are into luxury lipsticks or any of my content, but a video is definitely coming up soon on the new Kilian and Bond No. 9 lipsticks. Very exciting stuff. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.